Well, I think for me, it was something that I was pushed to do by God. God has entered my life, and I didn't have true men to actually call brothers. And when Bob had asked me about it and to join, I felt honored and blessed to do it.
Well, being new to the world of a Christian, there was a definite hole in my life, and I was, new to Harborside, and I was looking for a positive way to make friends.
Good opportunity to maybe from a social networking standpoint to meet other men, other Christian men.
I joined, came down to the sign-up desks, signed up, put my name down, didn't know what we were going to do, when we were going to do it, or what it was going to be. But like everything at Harborside, everything just works out.
I've been a Christian for a while, and ups and downs, and I came into it this year. When I heard about it, it just sounded like something was perfect time for me. And I have a son who's 14 and a daughter who's 15, and I thought for my son, I wish someone had told me about what it was like to be a man.
Well, for me personally, it was humbling and uplifting at the same time. It took quite a while for myself personally, and I sensed that with everybody involved to dig deep inside and just let go of our deepest thoughts, fears, and hopes, and share them with what was virtually a scene of total strangers.
Open in prayer, chat a little bit, show the video, then kind of talk through the video, what things were important to us, and then really ended each week with prayer.
A lot of the quest to me is like that seventh habit and the 7 habits. It's sharpening the saw. It's the opportunity to just really check back to see how you're doing. And the guys that are in the group, they're like the tools you use to sharpen your saw.
Well, again, when us guys got together, we prayed, and if anybody had a prayer request, we tried to immediately address it. It's not really all together if you don't have God in it. And I pray that whoever and whatever happens, God will always be a part of this group.
It's helped me look at myself in the past tense as well as in the present, and how I could apply what I've learned through that process towards going forward towards the future in my life.
Very big. The impact for me was kind of life-changing. About halfway through, not even quite halfway through, I was dealing with a business financial issue that I was really struggling with. And I realized in my life, I had never ever reached out to a group. I was kind of used to, say a prayer for me, say a prayer for my family, just kind of generic. But this one was heavy on my heart. This issue was heavy on my heart. And it was really to my knees. And I reached out, I remember it as if it was yesterday, reached out to the group on a Saturday afternoon and sent a prayer request. And the feedback was just unbelievable. In fact, that same group, our men's group, got together with me that very next day, Sunday, between services, and we had a prayer session.
I would say go on ahead. I would say do it. I would say that you would get a lot out of it. Again, you're blessed because there's a bunch of guys that will gather around you if you need it. If you're in trouble, you will have the guys that will help you. And I say if somebody's looking for it, then I'd offer it up to them.
Grab a hold of it. There's no better opportunity than to get together with other men in a small group environment.
When I first started out, I was looking for maybe it'd be a good social group to hang with, get to know. It's much deeper than that. It's a group of men supporting each other, banding around each other, holding each other accountable.
It's great, it's never too late to hear what God's plan is.
We were guys in the beginning and we're men in the end.
The quest for authentic manhood really is for guys of any age. From 18 to 88, we all have things going on in our lives, and it doesn't really matter how old you are. So the quest really is is to reach out to guys of all ages. During the quest for authentic manhood, we take a look at the things, our relationships, the events of our lives that have impacted us to be the men that we are. So we take a look back, and you've heard the terms unpacking the suitcase. So what are the things that have impacted us to be the men that we are? We take a look at that, not to be victims of it, but to understand it and the way those things have shaped us. And then we consider what God has called us to as men. What does it mean to be an authentic man of God? And so we dig deep into that concept. What is God calling us to as men, as servant leaders in our home and at work? And finally, we put together a plan. It's just not a matter of talk, it's a matter of action. And guys are based on action. So this is just not an intellectual exercise. It's actually talking about life change. How does this information that we learn apply to us, and how can we be different as men?